Greetings, my name is Danielle Palli, and today I'd like to talk about the difference between intuition, psychic ability, and our subconscious mind and personal experiences. Now, I'm fairly confident that those watching this video probably have some pretty strong beliefs around these topics, so this is just an alternate perspective for consideration. Now, for more than 20 years, I've worked as a mindfulness and meditation teacher. I currently work as a coach. I've worked as a spiritual advisor. I've taught yoga classes and journaling workshops for years. So I've had a lot of time to develop my own intuition, both in everyday practice and in my personal studies. For some people, they have different definitions for psychic ability, intuition, and the subconscious mind. So here's my take to start with, and then I'm going to give you an example. So for those who believe in, say, psychic phenomena, to me, psychic ability is coming from a non-local source. So that's coming from someplace outside of your personal experience. God, a goddess, a spirit guide, an angel, an ancestor, a spirit maybe from another realm that we are not aware of yet. Everybody's beliefs around this are different based on religion and philosophy. But in general, psychic ability is outside yourself. That inspiration is coming in to support you in solving a problem. On the opposite side is our subconscious mind and our personal experiences. And there are some people who don't believe in that world at all, and that's fine. And if they're coming from the subconscious mind, then you're saying, okay, when you're getting information, it's coming from your past experiences and what you know about certain topics, how you've solved problems before. And sometimes your body responds quicker than you have a chance to consciously realize it. So it's kind of that gut feeling, but it's coming from our subconscious. Now, for me, in my intuitive practices, I tend to believe that intuition is where the two meet. So it could be subconscious mind, psychic spiritual guidance, or a combination of the two, depending on what you believe and depending on how you work with your intuition. So I want to give you an example. I've been coaching for years. I've been advising for years, and sometimes I'll have someone sit in front of me and I'll say something that is the perfect thing that they absolutely needed to hear. And the way I'll know before they validate it is I'll feel this chill go through me. And it's a good chill. It's a positive feeling. But this kind of like this wind rushes through me. And I'm like, okay, that was on target. Now, there are other times where someone has sat in front of me. They could be smiling and seeming happy. But suddenly I feel this bitterness in my stomach and kind of a headache coming on, right before they tell me something tragic or really traumatic that happened to them. Now, if a person is coming from that belief in a psychic source, you might say, okay, that's spirit coming through you, giving you that information. For those who believe in the subconscious mind, you might say, okay, you've worked with hundreds of people. Obviously, you're picking up on their cues, their subtle micro expressions, or their tone of voice. And for me, I tend to think it's probably a combination of somewhere in the middle. Does it matter? Not necessarily. Where it becomes tricky, I'm going to throw a little curveball in, is if you take that same situation, but maybe I'm talking to someone who's from another country, a different culture, their whole life experience is different from mine. Well, suddenly these cues over here might not work for me, because their micro expressions, their tone of voice, the way that they move might mean something different that I have yet to learn. And that's why sometimes these other intuitive cues can come into play. Another example of where sometimes a bias or a different experience can get in the way would be, let's say I'm about to sit down and meet with somebody for like a Zoom coaching call. And I've gotten in an argument with a neighbor. That doesn't really happen, but for sake of argument, I've gotten into an argument with a neighbor. Maybe I'm not feeling well that day. So if someone in front of me starts talking about a relationship, I might immediately go toward that negativity bias and think, oh, you must be having a problem with that person. Or maybe it's because you don't feel well because I've just had that experience. And even more so, maybe because I don't feel well, if I feel something in my stomach, it could be something related to illness and not an intuitive sense. And that's why going through different validators, learning your biases, learning your roadblocks and things that get in the way can help you actually develop stronger intuition and intuition you can trust. With that said, I'd like to announce that my friend and colleague Cindy Riednauer and I have just released a brand new course using intuition and mindfulness in work and life. It is a culmination of courses that we began creating back in 2015. And these are all new material, updated this year, and with fresh lectures and content from new experiences and things that we've discovered, what research has told us over the years. For the next few days, we are offering a limited number of free seats. Once they are gone, they are gone. The last I checked, we released the course yesterday, and as of today, it was about 63% full. So if you're watching this video as soon as I publish it and you want to jump in the course and get it for free, I encourage you to click on the link in this description. I encourage you to take this course. I know you're going to get a lot out of developing your own intuition, regardless of where you think it comes from. And it will help you in your work life, in your personal life, and in developing and finding out what you want for yourself, what your purpose is in life. So I hope you'll join us. Have a great day.